Okay, folks. Hey, Dee's gonna be chiming in soon. We are um found out that there's a few things besides just chit chatting and catching up. I'm under massive thunderstorms. Evidently, there's a verdict already on the Carmelo Anthony case. Like, I thought they just started this a week ago. How?
What?
I thought that's
It
would have been
happened last
dragged
year.
out forever.
Let me guess, the guy's innocent?
We don't know. I'm waiting to find out. So evidently, Dee will be jumping in with that. Do you want to help keep people entertained until she pops in? Come talk.
No.
No, he never wants to
I don't think they
join.
want me to whip down my pants and swing around.
Nah, that's not appropriate.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Quit trying to get me kicked off. You're gonna get me in trouble. Then you're gonna cause Dee to get in trouble, and then she's gonna be really upset.
I don't care. She's all the way over in Pennsylvania.
God, pray for me. My son is gonna drive us nuts. So yeah, I'm not sure all of what's going on. This is wild. Um, I don't know what to say here. You guys know me, I suck at these intro things. That's why Dee usually handles it. Um, I don't know what to say. I'm one of those people. So, it says we're live. Let me see if our chat pops up. And yeah, the place, the studio. Let's see if I can get it to pop in. If not, it says we're not live. How are we not? Hold on. Yes, close that. Let me do a pop-out chat. The pop-out chat says we're not live. Okay. Why is that the case? That's bizarre. Let's try something. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. No, I wanted to do this while waiting. One moment, folks. Okay. Let me see if this works. Hold on. No, it just shows the whole dang live. Really? I just want the chat. I don't want the whole dang live. What in the world is wrong with this studio? I don't get this. That is so wild. I can't even get that accurately done. Yeah, for some reason the X chat is not showing up. Whoopsie. That did not work right. Okay, let's try a pop-up chat. It keeps, in the pop-up chat it says we're not live, but everywhere else it says we're live. Make it make sense. Okay, so I will not be able to see the chat anytime soon. I don't know why. We'll figure that part out later. Twitch. Are we working? Let's test it. Yes, it's working. Okay. All right. So I'm having things sent all over the place. Let me pull this up and get it set in place while she's still throwing some stuff together. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. Um, um, I'm waiting for more to be sent. Sorry, I suck at this. Y'all know that. It's not technically anything new. Um, so, okay, there's more. Oops, hold on 1 second. Okay, let me. Fuck. Um, shit. That's what I gotta go let D know. Hold on. Um, let me call her. We just lost pretty much all power.
Really?
Uh-huh.
How come half the house has power?
No, like, I mean, the internet oversurged and a few other things. I don't know. Are we still live? It
I'm
says
still connected.
I've got Wi-Fi. Hey, D, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me, D? Okay, my internet is gonna be spotty because a lot of power got lost.
Well, if it happens, you can either stop it or whatever. I'm not playing in and out.
Well, no,
I didn't know.
we got thunderstorms, massive thunderstorms.
I understand.
Oh, it's not
I
like me
understand.
just having shitty internet.
I understand. I'm just saying, if it happens, then I'm done. I'm not messing around.
Yeah, for some reason my hardline internet is trying to reconnect. Um, yeah, we just had massive thunder and lightning hit at the exact same time.
Oh, so we don't have the internet then?
Oh no, I have internet. I'm on Wi-Fi. It's just that it's not hardline. It's not like through the Ethernet cable. I'm on Wi-Fi right now.
Okay.
So
Well, we'll
yeah.
just regroup tomorrow if there's a problem.
Yes, I'm hoping there won't be. It seems to be still stable. Um, let me paste this last thing you sent over in. Um,
I don't know if we can go directly to. Oh my God, what a dumb fuck.
what?
Nothing. I'll have to call this lady back later.
I've got to prove I'm not a bot. Really, for News Nation. Really. All right. Okay, so I got those two articles with the live update.
Can you go directly to, can you pull News Nation up directly?
Yeah, I have it right here, the one you sent.
Okay, does that get us right to their channel though?
Well, the article that you sent, or do you mean their YouTube channel?
Yeah,
Oh, I can pull that up really quick. 1 second.
because I'm wondering if they're live waiting for it.
Okay.
Nick is fucking stupid.
It doesn't look like they're streaming the Carmelo Anthony
Who?
case.
Okay, who else can we go to? Is it Newsmax?
Let me try that.
Like who did we listen? Yeah, who'd we listen to for Charlie Kirk?
Well, I don't know. That's a little bit different than this. Um,
Okay.
the kids got done cutting grass just in time for that storm to hit.
I got done cutting
Well,
grass.
Jazz was cutting down the underbrush stuff too, so my kids pulled off some pretty interesting. J.K. Rowling's Untold Story, Democrats. Um, let me see if they're. Hold on. I gotta mute it when it opens. Shoot. Brass Ramen head to November LA mayoral runoff race. I don't know. That's nothing to do
What
with the
about
Carmelo Anthony.
because it's gonna be this is a big to do. What
Hold on.
about Fox?
Let me just type in his name.
I tried that and I couldn't find anybody. They said the verdict was coming down at 2:05 Central Time.
Oh, there it is. But that is Fox News.
Okay, can we use that?
Should be able to. I don't see why not.
Okay.
Okay, let me share my screen with you. So that way you can an entire screen. This one. All right, you should be able to see now.
Hold on.
I hope.
It's loading.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
All right. I hope there isn't too much lagging. Wow, everyone's shouting firing squad. All right, do you want me to unmute it? See what's going on?
Yeah. Ready?
Just mentioned the lesser charge that was presented this
I'm
morning
gonna pause it
to
a
the jury
second,
that they could.
so we'll welcome everybody in. Okay, ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Today is Monday, it's Tuesday, June the 9th, 2026, a little bit after 3 o'clock. The reason for us being late. Oh my God, hold on, there's an ant. Oh, God, where'd he go? Hold on. Up, wait a minute. Uh-huh. Came right across my computer screen, and no, it was not your cursor this time. Where is
my
he?
cursor is circulating through colors. So.
Uh-huh. Where is he? Are you kidding me? Oy vey. All right, people. Probably going to hear me scream or flip out again. So, again, today's Tuesday, June the 9th. And Crazy B and I are a little bit late. The verdict has come down in the Carmelo Anthony case. As you know, this is something that we had followed when the stabbing first occurred. We have not really done too much with him because, as we mentioned earlier, other stations had were covering him, and we just didn't want to kind of double dip into things. So now the verdict has been reached. So we will do our chit chatting a little bit later. Crazy B has Fox News up and running. So if you want to hit it, Crazy B.
We're live, not to yell around in the house. Just yeah, anyways. I don't know how far back in this live I need to go to hear the verdict because it seems there was I don't know if they like hold on, let me just bounce to right about here and see what they say. I apologize because I know if we go live right now, I don't know what they're saying. Let me see if they announce it. Okay, this is just people running around.
Yeah, they're running around a little bit off the chain. They have people that are saying they want justice for Carmelo. He should not be in jail. They're screaming, "Free Carmelo."
And then there's people screaming firing squad in the chats.
Yep.
For Karmelo Anthony?
Let me see. This goes
The
back
ant,
quite a
though.
ways. Let me see what's going on here.
Is him?
Let me
Yep.
bounce-
Oh, I got him. Dead.
Okay.
That's with me. Ugh, that's the third one today. Ugh. He said, "You have the blood of my brothers on your hands." They get you, girl.
They said it was supposed to be announced at 2 p.m., you said?
2:05 p.m. time.
Well, that was like 15 minutes ago. Actually, it was like 10 minutes ago.
That's not. These people are losers.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sean Rapp with Eaton Chuckleweed.
I'm sorry. That was. Say it again.
They have no idea what is going on. I've been watching videos go by, and so many people think that he was jumped when they have when they have
Yeah.
people that testified against him.
Mm-hmm.
They actually had 6 eyewitnesses testify against Karmelo. 4 of them were black.
They couldn't
There are
get any
people
black
screaming
jurors because the jurors kept giving away their bias.
That's correct. They actually said he's too young to go to jail. They said that he is black and they're
Can't
tired
put
of
another
blacks
brother
being
in
blamed
jail.
for things.
Yup.
Yes. Yes. Yep. They he had those dreadlocks when we first encountered him. They shaved his head
Made him
deliberately
look
to make
younger.
him look younger.
Yup.
They called him, instead of Karmelo, they referred to him as Mello.
A
All in
nickname.
an effort to make him appear young
Mm-hmm.
and innocent. And the motherfucker's not. That's the problem.
And they knew he was
asked
guilty.
up to-
He admitted he did it.
Yes, he admitted it.
Right to the
He
cops.
admitted it.
And then you get
Yeah.
this nonsense, and it's like, oh my God.
And they are predicting that there will be racial riots.
Oh, I'm sure there was going to be either way. Guilty or not guilty, someone
Yes,
was going to start some shit.
Yes, that BLM is going to be off the chain.
They don't find him guilty,
So
it's
we
going to be rioting and joy. If they find him guilty, it's going to be everything else under the sun that was wrong. And
Correct.
yeah, no matter what, people aren't going to be happy, so
So
they're going to do some shit.
BLM
Exactly.
times 10.
BLM times 10. Yes.
I believe it. So
Let's
we
see.
thank
We
everybody
have
for
to
joining
defeat
me.
racism by being racist.
Okay, we're trying to talk here, buddy. Stop interjecting, please. Go ahead.
We thank everybody for joining Rex Sisters, and especially those on our YouTube, Rumble, X, Spotify, and Twitch. We post on Instagram, Blue Sky, Truth Social, and TikTok. We're still not yet on Facebook. We appreciate everybody's support. If you'd kindly press the like button, give us a follow, subscribe, comment, respectfully, of course, and set your notifications. Most importantly, please share our videos. Also, we do have a Rect Sisters Discord that you're more than welcome to come and join. Conversations continue there. We carry on a lot up there. Music channel, recipe channel, all sorts of things. There's games you could play. So come up and visit us, and please do everything that we asked of you.
Hopefully.
Yep. Kindly, please.
Yes, lots of pleases.
But yes. But this is if you want to hit play, Crazy Bee, let's see if we get anything.
Yep.
Should have come down.
Already.
Sure, it's going to be on the news station. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see what they say.
We are in the Fox 4 Digital Studio. A verdict has been reached in the Carmelo Anthony trial. going to be announced in about 10 minutes. And we're watching
Okay,
now
so
the
in 10
tension that
minutes
is
from
growing
now.
outside of the Collin County
Why
courthouse.
don't you just scroll forward?
That's what
and
I
let's
was
see where
doing.
we're at.
Well, that's
Okay.
what I was doing. They said about
Um,
10 minutes.
Was some people felt like because this case is racially charged that there should have been black jurors there. This all happened in 2025. This was during a track meet in Frisco at Centennial High School. Carmelo Anthony was sitting under the Memorial High School team tent.
Oh, they're
And
giving
something
a
interesting that
rundown.
was brought up yesterday is one of the students who testified was asked, is this normal? And he said, when it comes to track and field, it's not rare. It's not unheard of. It is a social sport where sometimes, people from different schools are under another student's or another team's tent.
That's not what was
And
said.
so it,
And I can speak for a fact that they don't let schools blend under each other's seating areas because of the risks of
Correct.
fighting and because of rivalries.
Correct.
I know better. And
Yes.
anyone who
And
says that's allowed is full
Yeah.
of shit.
that's right.
I've been to enough. I've been in enough sports and stuff. You don't sit in
So
someone else's.
there's a lie right there. A lie right there.
Yes.
but he didn't say it was common or it happened often, but it was something that took place from time to time.
So if you listen to some of
She just downplayed from time to time. Like what? Once a year? Once every 3
Mhm.
years? If you come over to ask for something, you do, but you don't stay. And you like when someone tells
I-
you to move, you
I-
get the F out of there. You're in the wrong spot. Oh.
If you listen to the Cartier family, they're African American,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
he talked about he would actually go into other people's team tents to steal snacks, and they said that they anticipated that maybe Carmelo's intent was to steal maybe snacks, but also
Personal
kids leave
belongings.
their belongings in there. Yeah.
Mhm. Now that is why people have cracked down on sitting. That's why, again, this kind of stuff was never allowed. You're not allowed to sit in other schools' spots. Like,
Area.
even in my band, okay, when I was in band competitions, you were given designated bleachers, seats, or whatever, wherever you were sitting, auditorium or whatnot. They were marked off. They knew how many students were going to be there in advance. They marked off the segments that were needed, and that was it. You don't go
Right.
nowhere except the bathroom and then back to your seat. Because you're going to get in trouble. Not only by your school, but the other school too. And you could be refused participation in the future against that school if you cannot abide by that school's rules as well. I mean, like,
Yeah. Even
mm-mm.
our swim team, you were at one end, they were at another end.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
And when
and
you were
every
in
sport I played,
competitions where you had
volleyball,
more than one
basketball.
school, it was divided up
Yeah.
into segments where you needed to be.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like at a football
You
game.
didn't cross
You
the
don't
boundary.
mix school A and school B in the viewing bleachers. In high school, the away
Right.
team is on one side of the field, the home team is on the other side. You don't
Right.
mix. It doesn't go well.
And in fact, one of the witnesses perjured themselves because the initial statement was he had witnessed what had happened and he had blamed Austin. And upon cross examination, it was found out that he didn't know anything until it was all done and over with, and he turned around.
Was
As
that
it
a
was on
witness
tape.
for or against Carmelo?
I believe it was against. I can't
Okay.
recall at this moment.
So anybody
There were
trying to
so
be
many of them.
popular, anyone getting their 15 minutes of fame, it was someone just
Yeah.
trying to, yeah, I hate when people lie. I hate when people lie. They could have just really, truly
Yep.
not liked the guy, so they testified against him. I will say,
Correct.
it doesn't matter whether I like the situation or not. If you're going before a jury, you better not frickin' lie for or against whatever.
Right. Correct. I mean, I don't
Stand it.
understand these people. The lack of, I don't know, upbringing. I don't know what you want to call it. You know,
I'm gonna close this chat because it is nothing but trolls right now.
that's fine.
Their chat, it's nothing but trolls.
No, nothing but retards.
Sorry. Do you want me to hit play, see if they came up with anything?
Yeah,
Testimony
yeah.
of
I'd
the
like
witnesses. And
people to
again, the
see
state, I
just
believe,
how
called
the
21 witnesses,
craziness
I'm going from
Mm-hmm.
memory. The
of.
defense, I believe, called a half dozen. Some of those witnesses for the state said,
Hold on, let's move forward.
Back to you.
your coverage, by the way, has been simply outstanding. You and Lori Brown have done great work since the very beginning of this. And now we're coming to this heightened emotional culmination, at least to the guilt or innocence phase of this trial. Then the punishment phase, the sentencing phase, will begin immediately.
Yes, we are expecting, or we were expecting that at 2:05, and it looks like the jury has reached a verdict and it's going to be announced. So we're going to bring you the details as soon as we find out what they have reached. But I think we should probably reset if you're just joining us right now as to what is going on right now. Um, the jury started deliberating at 10:52 this morning. And at 2:05, they have now reached a verdict. We were waiting for that verdict to be announced. 2:07 right now. These things
I'll
sometimes
bet
take some
he's
time.
guilty.
And things have certainly
I
escalated
don't know.
outside of the Collin
I'm
County
not so worried
Courthouse. You
about
can
guilty or
see
innocent. He
law
admitted
enforcement
guilt.
out
What
there
I'm worried about
trying.
is what level of consequence are they giving him? Are they giving him manslaughter? Are they giving
Right.
him premeditated manslaughter?
Second
Is it
degree.
first degree
Yeah.
murder, second degree murder? What are we looking
Right.
at consequence wise for that? Are they going
Correct.
easy on him, only giving him the 5 years, or are they giving
16
him
days in
99?
jail.
Right.
So that's what
Yes.
I'm more.
Extremely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or nothing at all. They'll just let him scot free.
Stop. And that's if that's even announced here, because sometimes that's announced after and a completely different one at a sentencing hearing. And so I'm not sure if this is going to be just is it the verdict, or like obviously the verdict is in, but are they doing the sentencing at the same time, or is it going to be a different date?
Right.
To,
Right.
keep everything calm, trying to get people away, it looks like, from the steps of the courthouse, but tensions are rising. At one point, we saw two people very close to each other exchanging some words, and we could hear yelling. Earlier, when we were on the noon show, Alex Boyer was outside of the courthouse, and he was saying that he saw prayer circles. At one point, I think we were hearing someone chanting in the
It looks like
background,
it really delayed in
and
whether
speaking.
this
And
got
so things
put
have
out.
certainly escalated even within the last, I would say, 2 hours that he's been out there. And I'm sure once this verdict is announced, it will only get worse. But this, as you mentioned, Sean, this doesn't
Look
really
how
help.
short she is compared to that guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could you imagine her trying to
I know.
arrest the big guy? I'm sorry, she's so damn short compared to him. Oh my god. I don't doubt she can handle other, like, if they have to detain a woman or something, but holy shit, she is short. I'm not trying to be mean, just, I'm looking at that size difference. Holy shit.
Yeah, like she
Situation
would be
here.
able to take him down.
I
That's
mean,
the
like
issue
some
I
of the
have.
people in the audience, like in the out there, approach having their words, she could absolutely take on some of the females, but I don't see her being able to take on many of the males. Maybe like a 10-year-old male.
I will argue. I will argue she's going to have a tough time against some of the females.
Mm, if they're taller, like my size, I'd just pick her up and throw her. Just saying.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
But we're
I
not the
mean,
typical woman.
I'm
We're
just
tall for women. We're not the average female. We're not the average 5'4" female.
you.
And again, if
You were dealing
let's see this
6 foot
guy,
female.
yeah, let's see this guy that the dude in the black uniform is talking to. Let's say he's 6 foot tall. That puts this dude at about
Right.
6'4", which puts her at
Right.
about 5'6", maybe
No,
2'2".
at his
no,
shoulders.
no. He's like 5'2", 5'3", max.
If he's
I'd give her
6'4",
max. I'd say she's 5. Max, I'd say she's 5'4".
Mm, I don't know, because I've stood next to a guy who was 6'7", and my head came up to his chin. I mean, he was 6'4", and my head comes up to the bottom, like the lower half of his chin at 5'9". So drop another 4 inches, 5 inches. She's 5'6", 5'7". If he's 6'4" or 6'5".
I don't know. Take a look at her height compared to the other guy that's
Well, that's
beside him.
if he's even 6 foot. And if you look at this guy, he's probably a few inches taller than her. Still comes up to the guy's shoulders. So depending on the height of this guy, I mean, it really
I mean,
depends.
say
Because he's super
guy
tall
in the
compared to everybody else.
say the guy in the sunglasses is 6 foot.
No, not even. I wouldn't put him at 6 foot
That's
because
what,
he's, again, shorter than. Well, the average height of a male is
right.
5'9". An average height.
Okay, so say he's 5'9".
Then this dude
That
is
puts
like
her at
six
about
seven, 6'8", and that would put her at 5'7", maybe. If if
so.
this dude
Look
over
at
here
if you're saying
is
he's
5'9",
you're saying the guy in if you're saying the guy in the sunglasses is 5'9", she looks like she comes up to his chin.
no, I say she comes up to the
Drop
lower eye
four.
of his glasses.
I don't know about that.
But then again, he could be short too, or this guy could be like 7 foot tall. We don't know.
Regardless, she ain't taking him back. She ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, she ain't taking him down. But again, look at this child right here, who's about 8 or 9, coming up to about her chest level, maybe her shoulder level, if we bring her closer, and standing upright. So that still puts
I
her
mean,
somewhere in the 5 foot range.
so look at the cop, look at the black guy he's talking to, and look at the black guy that's got the hat on. How tall he
These two
is.
are about the same height. If she's coming up to just around his waist, leaning, if we stand her upright, his elbow at 8 or 9 years old, just under 5 foot. Then go here to her chin. Yeah, we're looking at, could be between 5'6" to 5'4", 5'6", depending. Again, we're measuring at weird angles and stuff. But either way, she's still shorter than all the guys, most of the guys here. That's what's funny.
Yeah.
Except a couple of these ones in the background. But if you bring them closer, they're probably a little taller. And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she is tiny compared to most of the people here. We can sit there and guesstimate heights. And hi, Blue Rose. I just saw you while we're arguing
Hey,
about heights
Blue.
over here. But yeah. No, if, like I said, I figured even if this guy's 6 foot, this guy might be 5'8", 5'9". No, because then, yeah, there's still that 3 to 4 inch. He might be 6'1", 6'2", if this guy here is 5'9". Either way, shut me up and we're just going to hit play and listen if there's more.
Okay.
I'll carry
Bottom
on about
line
the
is,
semantics.
bottom line is, I do not believe personally he's going to do jack shit. Especially, what the hell is she wearing there? Is that her body cam? Or her?
This might just
I
be
have no
extra
clue.
stuff, like a fanny
Yeah.
pack for the front of the vest. The body
Yeah.
cam
I
is
mean,
probably up higher.
that looks like, you'd just grab her and whip her around by that.
Well, but I'm sure she's also been trained in how to do some basic subduing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, can she overpower that person? But again,
Yeah.
if you look at my son, he looks like skin and bone, and he looks like he could be tossed and thrown, but he's a lot stronger than he appears.
Well, yeah, that's cause I mean, so attacked. I'm just gonna whack him with a milk jug.
But lean muscle doesn't necessarily mean weak, and bulky muscle doesn't necessarily mean strong. They've shown that in actual studies that you can have with those steroid muscles that are useless.
Right.
So, yeah, you could be bulked all over the place with steroids, but you couldn't lift over 200 pounds to save your life. So,
Right.
there's that to consider as well. But anyways, let me hit play and see if they've come up with anything.
Here, right? The verdict is the verdict.
All right.
Right. It doesn't. And it could lead to even people having conflict with police out there and getting arrested out there because of their emotions. These moments are very tense.
They're going to
and
get
very
arrested for their
tension, but
emotions.
have to control your emotions.
They're going to get
How about
arrested
'cause they're
for
acting
their
like the animals?
How about this guy awards that he's arrested? They're getting arrested because they can't bother to cope with a loss or the fact they were wrong. They can't cope.
Yep.
It's not that their emotions get them in trouble. Their inability to control their emotions gets them in
Yep.
trouble. Like,
They've been worked up from the start.
just word it the way it is. Quit sugarcoating it. Some people don't know how to cope. Plain and simple.
So we have to watch that as well as watch what's happening in the courtroom. It's going to be coming down. If the jurors are back in, it could very well be that they're being polled individually, asking if the verdict is theirs and
Why
theirs
don't you
alone.
scroll ahead, Crazy
And
B?
then
Yeah.
that'll be read by either the judge or the foreperson.
Hold on,
What
I'm
that
trying to
verdict
get
is.
my mouse to pop up.
Testimony. Because remember, anytime you take the stand, you open yourself.
20 right now, so they're a little bit late, right? We're a little
A
bit
little
15
late?
minutes
They're
behind
20
schedule,
minutes
but
late.
I think that sometimes happens in these kinds of cases.
Right. And so we're really not late. If we thought it would come at 2:05, it could come at any time now.
Let's bounce ahead.
To resolve those disagreements. And so I think it was really kind of a narrow issue. If you
That isn't what was said.
Never explained why he brought this pocket knife. It was just a small knife, 3.5 inches. Why he
That's not what I was told. From what I heard, it was a 5-inch pocket knife. Is that 5-inch blade or 5-inch handle and blade? Oh, D? D? Oh, I think she might be muted. Oh, she is. Oh.
I got to mute. Okay.
Okay,
Go
yep.
ahead. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, as I was saying, I'm curious, is this, now she said 3-inch knife. There is a difference. How they measure knives is usually from end to end, but they also give a blade measurement. So I have a 5-inch knife, and it's a 2-inch blade with a 3-inch handle, or a 2.5-inch blade, 3.5-inch handle. Why can't they just be? Why are they trying to downplay this on Fox? Why are they trying to downplay it? I don't get that. Hey.
Someone in the comments said Bazinga, but the Google translation by Google says the Indians.
Okay.
Crazy B.
Yes,
Crazy
Steve.
B. Crazy B.
Yes.
I got a major issue. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just go ahead with the verdict, then I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay. I don't know when she'll be back. I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of at a loss here. I'm going to do my best to cover this without being too lost. I really don't do good at solo. Okay, let's hit play.
He brought it to the track meet. Do you think that in terms of on the defense's side, was that a missed opportunity in terms of not explaining why he had that with him? Is that something that they should have gotten into, or is this a case of less is more?
I mean, I think they ultimately decided that less was more. I think their point was it was lawful to have it. Risking a violation of school policy was indifferent. When you think of a person having a knife, the knife is displayed, and jurors have to form a belief if they think that knife can be used for other utility purposes or if it's there exclusively to be used as a weapon.
If the school district says no weapons allowed, that knife is a weapon no matter what. I'm sorry. Why are they trying to sugarcoat this? Oh, now the jury's got to determine. It doesn't matter what was the school rules. School rules, no weapons. That is a weapon no matter what. Why are they? Oh my God. I'm sorry. This trying to sugarcoat and cope with stuff that they're trying to make this look like it's in a better light than it is really getting on my nerves.
And so, in the range of knives, if you will, one of the things is that the knife was less than 5.5 inches, which suggests that
Is the blade less than 5.5 or the total length less than 5.5? And either way, it's still a weapon.
under Texas law, well, not suggest it is actually legal to carry it there, but it suggests that it also could have other potential uses.
And of course,
So
Oh, for the love of God. Yes, I can use my knife to tighten a screw or loosen a screw. I could use my knife to cut the little string hanging off my sleeve that's annoying me. Seriously, this is what they're going to go with. Really? This is what they're going with. School rules across the board is no weapons. Every school I've ever gone to, no
Last
weapons.
time I checked, stabbing someone at school is worthy of jail time.
Yes. But they're trying to downplay this. And again, is it the blade that was 5.5 inches or the total length? They refuse to acknowledge that. There is a difference. But for those who need to know, in most states, it's blade length that matters, not total length. So in my state, I believe it is 4.5 inches is the max length. I always go about 4 inches or less to be safe. But in my state, in the last state I lived in, it was 4.5 as well. And it's just common sense. Know the law before purchasing and carrying a knife. You can have bigger knives at home on display. You cannot carry them. I can carry up to a 4.5 inch blade. A total length of, I think it's like, what, 8 inches from end to end, if you have the same inch handle as the same length handle as blade. So I don't like the way they're sugarcoating this.
not having the knife cleaned, leaving the dried blood on the knife lends to the mind and imagination of the jurors those other uses.
right. I think that they
Yeah, he's gonna just take his time to thoroughly clean the blade after sticking it into someone. Makes perfect sense, especially right there on the spot.
decided that regardless of the reason, it did not sound like it was for purposes of a confrontation. Person that he didn't know he was going to be into a
Oh, for the love
confrontation
of
with him.
God. Let's skip ahead and see if they've come up with a verdict yet. Um, this guy's really annoying me.
Yeah.
Now, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Maybe the twin
yeah.
brother.
I'm lining up people um, to emphasize a life sentence versus what makes a person say a lower number, and how firmly they feel about any of these things. The jury instructions and punishment will advise jurors that it's an aggravated offense, meaning that any sentence that's imposed, that he would not be eligible for parole until at least one half of that sentence is.
Correct. Correct.
And so jurors sometimes, while they're though instructed not to, may say, if we impose a 20-year sentence and he could not get out until 10 years, and you may have the prosecution, saying, Austin would have.
Minor outbursts, and then they've been kind of following in like a group to one side of the courthouse
Oh,
to the
sentencing
other
will
as
phase
my
today.
photographer John pans across
Okay.
our tent.
Wrong.
All right. I
So-
wanted to jump ahead a minute. Sorry.
Questions, more answers as to what would have happened in his life would have caused him to appear with a knife at the track meet. So those are all possible.
We're just getting an update from Lori Brown in real time. She is saying that the jury has left for a break. The sentencing phase is going to start next. So if anybody leaves the courtroom, they will not be allowed back inside. Russell Wilson, thank you so much for your insight. We do want to see what is going on outside of the Collin County Courthouse. So our Alex Boyer has been out there since this morning. So Alex, if you can hear me, just explain what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what is going on around you now that the verdict has been announced.
Sure, Eden. So, and Sean, I have to say, I was really surprised to hear the kind of lack of verbal reaction or kind of loud reaction when people here in the crowd learned that Karmelo Anthony found guilty of murder. There was a crowd gathered in the front.
Okay, somehow that got missed. They announced guilty of murder while Loudmouth was talking about specific blade information. So, guilty of murder. We're going to hang around and see what we can find out about the sentencing phase.
Front as you a short
I'm
time ago.
hoping
and
D will be
seen
back
from our
soon.
different camera angles, kind of gathered, listening for those first words. They heard the guilty verdict. Many kind of moaned, and then the crowd has been like you're seeing it now. It's been interesting to watch from where I'm standing. I have not been able to follow the crowd as closely as some of our photographers. I can tell you that my colleague Amelia Jones is also kind of with the crowd, so she'll have more of that perspective as well. But the crowd has been very calm, some minor outbursts, and then they've been kind of following in like a group to one side of the courthouse to the other as my photographer John pans across our tent here and the trees. It's a little difficult to see, but then that is kind of where the bulk of the crowd is starting to move. So officers remain on the other side of the barrier that I mentioned that's separating the parking lot from the steps of the courthouse. Most people here seem
How are they shocked? Yes, it's still murder. He admitted he killed the guy. Self-defense or not, you can still go to jail. It doesn't matter. Like, multiple self-defense situations still lead to jail time. It's self-defense isn't a I get out of jail free card. It doesn't matter. Like, seriously.
Those orders from officers account and staying on this side of the barrier. But again, emotions differing to some degree, but no outright loud emotion. There was one moment where I did see a woman on the ground. I think you're maybe watching that now. If I can see from our screen here, some people sitting on the ground, kind of reacting to it that way. Folks were kind of following that person's lead and kind of saying, I heard somebody say, stick together, let's all stay together. That seems sentiment out here, but all in all, relatively calm.
Here's my thing. Is she related to the guy? I want to know, is she related? Because, again, I won't have that kind of emotional reaction to a complete stranger I don't know. Family, maybe. Yeah. Friends, yeah. But a complete stranger I've never met just because we share the same skin color or whatever. That's what I want to know. Is she actually related to the guy? To be responding that strongly, crying on the ground. Is she actually related to the person? I'm really curious.
Still a very large police force, as you might expect, out here keeping an eye on things. I have noticed a couple of additional law enforcement trucks, vehicles, constable vehicles that are in the distance there arriving, kind of creating more of a barrier separating the crowd from the entrance of the courthouse. But that's really what we are seeing right now, keeping an eye on the developments outside, but certainly a packed, though, as I mentioned earlier, I would say between kind of the scattered people across the parking lot group that has remained up front, easily a couple hundred people are here waiting to learn the fate of Karmelo Anthony. Now they know.
And,
Yeah.
and we watched in real time as a woman was on the ground being consoled, visibly shaken by that verdict there.
Yeah, there is
Yes.
She
uh,
better
in
be
the same
related to be that
place
visibly
today,
shaken.
Alex Boyer, joy and pain. You would agree with those folk outside the
Oh.
Collin County Courthouse.
Oh, absolutely. You know, from day one, when I was here last Monday at the beginning of the jury selection process, keep in mind that there were some 600 potential jurors that were brought here. That was a massive number, larger than most high-profile case, because the judge said from the beginning that he was
Okay.
going to get this right, and both sides day. He stuck to that, and in fact, he held testimony all day on Saturday. I was here for that as well. He went from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that was when the prosecution rested. Midday about 3 p.m. on Saturday is when the prosecution rested. We were surprised because we knew that there was 35 witnesses that were expected to testify. They ended up resting after the medical examiner having only called 21, but obviously they felt like they made their case. And based on what the verdict was today, they did in their eyes. So you're right, the judge saying that he wanted to have this wrapped up by this coming Friday. Again, here we now find ourselves in the sentencing phase, just shy of 3 o'clock on this day.
Right, and of course, it's not uncommon to have more names on your witness list than you actually call
Sure.
at any trial. Once you feel like you've made your point, once you feel like you've closed the circle, if you will, and nailed it down, that's when you stop because you don't want to
Yeah.
overwhelm your jurors. That's when you stop. And clearly, the defense thought a half dozen witnesses made our point. All we need is to create this reasonable doubt. That doubt was not created on the question of murder.
And it looks like we are hearing from Carmelo Anthony's mother. I believe she has taken the stand. So she is saying that she was asked, "Do you believe he regrets it?" She says, "Yes, I know my son. He is very sorry for what he did. Please have mercy on
My
my
son
son."
is sorry.
Um, and then she was asked, like any mothers, you love your son.
Yeah.
She says, yes, regardless of what happened.
You can love your child despite what they've done, and if they've done something wrong. But if you truly love that child, then you would let consequence run its course. And I would not be asking for leniency on my child. I'm sorry. If my child was in their shoes, I would not be asking for leniency. I would be telling them, do what you feel is just for this circumstance.
Crucifixion. We should start crucifying.
No, we
people
should
again.
not. But do know, if you ever do something like this, I'm going to tell the jury to do what they feel is fit. So think before you act.
Why would I be that stupid?
Well, in a circumstance where you do have to defend yourself, I'm still going to tell the jury what to do. To do what they see fit.
Happens, you realize he will still get to be part of your life. Yes. So again, she is asking, for this punishment phase for the jury, for everybody to consider that he is remorseful, which also was expressed during testimony early on. That he did
Remorseful
not
does-
deny that he did this, and
Remorseful.
another witness said he was.
If he was
that,
remorseful, why did
Anthony
he do it
was
in the
was
first
distraught
place?
over what happened.
Well,
that he was
remorseful
emotionally
means you
visible
feel bad
moments
for
after,
actions you
all
have
of this
done.
took place, and so
That
we are
doesn't undo
hearing
it.
from his mother. right now.
Exactly.
Which is why I
It
think the guy
looks
should
like
be
Lori
crucified for
Brown
a couple
is
days.
reporting that
That's why I regret nothing.
Couple
Karmelo
days on the
Anthony's
cross, and that
mother
should do him
is
fine.
the only
Stop.
witness the defense plans
No,
to
no,
We are
call
not ancient
in the
Rome.
punishment phase.
We should
And
be.
no one can
Because as soon as they
you
started
to
allowing
have
women
mercy
to have power, that's when
for the
Rome
life
fell,
of another
remember?
person like Karmelo.
Just go.
Yeah.
Therefore,
She's
Go do
pouring
some
everything
dishes.
She has into this plea. She's
I mow
literally
the lawn.
begging people at the moment to give her son a chance at life at some point. In
He didn't give somebody else a
And
chance
again,
at
he's
life.
looking
Why
at
should
5
he
years
get
to
it?
99 years in prison.
thus
So we will see
crucifixion.
what is decided. Lori is saying that the jury is out. They can't deliberate until they get the charge. So we'll see.
So this is another little surprise. I think we all thought there would be more
What in the heck
Testimony.
was that?
in the punishment phase.
These family members for this stage of this case, and it looks like they decided we're just going to hear from one person and we're going to move along,
Okay.
which is really how it feels like the whole trial has been. I mean,
Well, it has
they've been
moved
on
along.
a tight schedule.
Yes,
Mhm.
it has moved along, and there were some folks out loud questioning, should a trial of this gravity go so fast?
Well, what Wait, they want to drag it out? Dude admitted he did this. There was surveillance footage, body cam footage, witnesses. How much longer should we drag this out, please? He admitted to taking the kid's life. I don't get it. How much longer should we drag this out? When he admitted he took the kid's life, there's still a consequence. Especially when the kid was not a serious threat. The kid did not pull a weapon on him. There was not 7 kids jumping on him at the same time, and he was trying to fight for his life. Body cam footage, video footage, all shows otherwise, from what I've been told and what I understand, and obviously from what the jury sees it as too. His life was not in danger, according to the jury. Now, he's going to be consequenced. You can't keep dragging these trials out. And it I just don't get it. I don't get how they're going to drag this out when the kid admitted he was guilty. And that, he admitted to doing it. Obviously, the jury backed up that the footage and everything said he wasn't in any serious danger. What he did was wrong. Now they're all going to cry about his sentencing. I'm sorry. If it was my kids, throw the book at them. That's just me as a parent, because you know what? I raised you better. Summer of Love 2. Let's go. Seriously. Hello, Clockwork Orange. I believe that's what that is. I might be reading it wrong. My eyesight is shit. Over on Twitch. Thank you for joining us. My usual person who does this with me makes it go a little bit smoother and I'm not as awkward, is dealing with something at their home at this time, so be patient with me. I suck at doing solo. Here we go. I'm gonna see what else they come up with. We're waiting to hear what the actual punishment phase is. It's going to be on in a week. I hope it's not, because I am sick of people rioting every time they don't like the way something goes. I personally don't like the way the weather is going. I don't get to riot. I don't like the way my wonderful Red Wings hockey has been going for the last decade. I don't riot. You don't get to riot over anything and everything that you just don't like or do like, or whatever the circumstance is. Yeah, I hope that people don't do stupid shit, because I'm getting sick of it. I'm just sick of all this. Like, people learn to cope. We don't get our way. We don't always get like what we want. Rolling Stones. I will quote the Rolling Stones till I'm blue in the face. You can't always get what you want. I know and then it goes on to say, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Yes, but that doesn't include burning cities to the ground because you didn't get your way. Okay, like, there is a huge difference. It drives me nuts. I thought I did have slow mode off. Hold on one second. I could have swore I turned off slow mode. Give me a second while I find it in my settings. I think it automatically did that. Yeah, hold on. I have it down to 3 seconds because I don't want people spamming. I know, and I apologize. We have to make sure people don't spam repeatedly, because then I got to take time to ban them. But it's down to 3 seconds. Okay. I know. Yeah, it's just okay. Yeah, I'm the only one monitoring. We don't have any mods for Twitch. It's me monitoring all the chats at pretty much all the chats at the same time, and We are streaming to 4 different platforms. So be patient with me while I'm trying to keep up with it. Yeah, new to Twitch, new to quite a few things on here, and running studios and all that. So be patient with me. And I also have really bad lag right now because of some massive thunderstorms overhead. So that could also be part of the problem that you're seeing. I was born in Michigan, yes. The partner in crime on here is from Pennsylvania. So, but I'm further south now. I got sick of Michigan and its chaos. Let's see if they've
Who
come
was
up with
supportive of
anything
both sides.
updated.
It wasn't just one side saying that. People were concerned about the pacing
This
and
really is
whether there
getting
was
irritating.
pressure on
The
the jurors from
delays
the
that
very
they're trying to drag out.
added at the time that juries began deliberation. The defense wanted criminal negligent homicide included
I hope
in
a tornado
place of
doesn't hit right
manslaughter,
now.
to which the judge said no.
We have the
That would
perfect
carry even a lesser
weather for a
penalty.
tornado
So
right
none
now.
of that is a surprise, really. His bond will be held insufficient. It is very, very rare that you are found guilty of murder and you're able to go home from the court. So I would anticipate him going into custody today.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember if where's Lake Linden. I'm trying to remember that one. Let me hit play while
But
I
at the rate they're
look at a
going,
map
with the
because
jury
I
on
think I
recess
know some
now, with
areas
the
near
charge
there.
being prepared before 6 o'clock tonight, we could very well have punishment handed down and for Carmelo Anthony, and
Hold
he
on,
would
let me
be
double
in
check where
the
that's at.
control of the Collin County Sheriff's
Because
Department
I've
until
lived
which
all
time
over the
Texas
state.
Department of the prison system,
Oh, okay.
they come and get him and take him to a prison farm where he
Oh,
would begin
you're
And he's
serving.
looking at
okay.
quite a
I
range,
know.
like we said,
Okay,
5
you're in
years
the
to 99
Upper
years in prison.
Peninsula.
Maybe the jury will consider the fact that he does not have a criminal history.
You are way up
outside of
there.
this.
Okay,
But,
I'm used
both
to
of these
lower.
students.
I'm from the Lower Peninsula. I'm from the Thumb and from the Detroit area and Traverse area. I've lived in all 3. More Lansing. Lived in the Great Kalamazoo. Yep. And more Lansing now. Okay. Yep, I'm familiar with those areas. I've been in the Upper Peninsula was Mackinac Island. That's technically not the UP. It's like in between. Lake Linden's top of the Upper Peninsula. That's why I've not heard of that one.
Students did well academically, that he did well academically. He did not have any other history of committing any other crime.
Okay, I got to point out something about this news report really quick, that they're saying that these students were good academically. Oh, hold on, let me bring Dee in. You're back. Yay. No, I just got to a part in the news cycle where they're talking about how these students were both good academic students. Where my son started high school, 2 girls who were well on their way to being valedictorian of their graduating class, one stabbed the other with a steak knife, killed her. She stabbed her like 17 times. And they were both straight A students. They were, I believe, juniors.
Right.
The year my son started his freshman year.
Yep. What did you get the verdict? Well,
He is
find
guilty.
guilty.
Yes, but they are also doing the sentencing today too. Jury's in charge of the sentencing.
Okay, when are they going to do that?
Supposed to be any time now.
Okay.
And we have
Are
a
people flipping
chatter. People they're crying mostly. But we do have someone who's jumped in on Twitch, and they're go figure from Michigan too, and they're saying that he fits the stats. Yeah.
Right.
And so of course everyone's going to do that. They're going to. Yep. And that's the whole point of this. The riots will begin in a couple of weeks.
If this was black on black crime, there's would nothing would be done about it.
And if it was
Uh,
white on black riots, anyways.
right?
So, yeah. And again, it would be devastating. I hate any loss of life. And I'm at the point where race doesn't matter. If you killed someone, you're going to jail. If you didn't kill someone,
Yeah,
good, you're a great person.
yeah. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. You know, he received on his GoFundMe page over $625,000 that was to be for his legal defense. His family bought a home. They went on a Disney cruise. They bought Nike tennis shoes with it. He was able to go to his graduation, and he is supposedly in college now.
Mm-hmm.
How, in God's name, do you take a knife and plunge it into somebody else's chest and walk away?
Yeah. I want to.
I have nightmares about it.
The PFP is messing you up over here. Hold on. Clockwork Orange. I'm more central. D, you would be more considered conservative leaning, right?
Yes, yes,
I'm more central, but we do call out all sides that are wrong. Okay.
yes, it does. Yeah,
So, I'm sorry. Just Automod decided to get you for swearing. I apologize. Let me allow it. I'm not upset by swearing. I swear all the time. No, we may have one way of leaning, but we have been known to call Trump out for some BS he pulled. I will call out true racism when I see it, but if I don't see true racism, I'm gonna stand up for what's not actually racism. There's a huge difference, and I've absolutely Automod is crazy. Yes. Hold on. I'll allow it. I got to allow a few things. I'm so sorry. This is going to do this, but yeah, we are center to conservative side, and we have zero tolerance for BS on any political standpoint. I think that sums us up pretty
that's
good.
right. That's correct. That's correct.
And can you see the chat down here if you want to
I can
respond?
see. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I would say I probably started at more center, but as I've gotten older, I'm older than Crazy B. So as I've gotten older, I have become more conservative. But as she said, we don't tolerate bullshit from anybody. Doesn't matter. We've called them all out.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and you can see that by way of our videos that we have.
By going back
It
through.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, the problem is that
So,
Twitch only holds like for 7 days of our videos. They would actually have to go to like YouTube or
right,
Rumble to find our
right,
backlog because unfortunately
right.
X and Twitch don't hold the backlogs very well. So, um,
Yeah, neither does TikTok.
girl, the body may be old, but the voice is prime.
Thank you.
Yeah, we tried to keep it all balanced and call out wrong for wrong. Doesn't matter. And like I said, we're still waiting on the
Yeah, and
verdict to come in.
yeah, and as I said earlier in the broadcast,
Hmm.
we really you'll find some old videos when this first occurred that we did, um, kind of doing a deep dive into what happened and explanations. And then when the trial started, there were so many other either bigger name content creators or actually the news themselves
Hmm.
that were keeping track of what was going on. It just doesn't make sense at times for Crazy B and I to be redundant or just repeat what you're hearing on the news stations to begin with, because that's really where we go get our information anyway. And that's the other thing that you'll find. Everything that we say, we have a minimum of at least 2 to 3 sources, if not more, verifying and backing up what we say. So we're not making up shit just to say shit. You'll see the links are in our description below, um, supporting what we're saying. Um, and kind of, it's hard to make an argument there. The majority of what we do see, however, does come from the left. Both
Uh-oh. Tell me I didn't lose electricity or internet. Nope, I've got it.
If you find anything or see anything that is on the right, please submit it to us. Um, and we will put it up. We will review it. And if it's appropriate and I can source it, then we will bring it on air. The other thing we have available, and I will put that up in the chat, is our Discord
Oh, that
that
doesn't show up
you
in
can talk
Twitch.
to.
I gotta grab that separate and put
Okay.
it into Twitch separately.
Okay.
Because, yeah, our
Um,
chat doesn't link up with Twitch yet. I don't know how or why.
okay.
Let me grab
Okay.
that really quick
So
and
you
I'll
can
drop
drop
it over
that in
there.
there.
Yeah. It's also in our
Okay.
About
So
section on there.
yeah. So if you want to join the Discord, you can talk to us directly, and you can meet a nice community of people that are up there as well.
Mm-hmm. We try to keep everybody as neutral as possible. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. But, there's also comes a time and a place where not everybody's going to agree, and we have to be adults and agree to disagree and walk away and take a breather.
Correct.
You can't just,
Yeah, there are times.
yeah.
Yeah, there are times Crazy B and I don't agree.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We have our moments at times,
But agreeing to
but
disagree is
been
a
able.
very good thing.
Yes, I haven't hit her yet, so
It's kind of hard when I'm like, what,
we were.
8 hours south of you?
Yeah, there you go. That's always a tad difficult to reach you. Good thing we're not in studio together, because she might get hit every day. You never know.
That's right. We changed it. I got it. Son of a gun. Hold on. I can't get the link easily. Uh, uh, Give me 1 second. I'll drop the link. We always try to be
Why don't
respectful
you?
to people. Hold on.
Did they say what degree murder this was?
No, not yet. Um, Not yet. So I am. Oh my God! Everything under the sun is. Of course, because my internet's being stupid, it can't load anything at the moment. But let me see if there's anything updated on this. Let me move it forward a few more seconds. Um, I apologize. There's a massive storm. I hope it does not turn into a tornado. I'm trying to get the Discord link. Give me a moment. Oh, they've got it muted. Okay, it's not just me. All right.
I wonder why they have to mute.
Oh, it's the news station that has it muted.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I wonder why.
I am not sure.
I can only imagine. Well, the crowd right now is not as big as I anticipated it to be. But the jurors are going to have an issue. Surprised they're not doing a man on the street.
They did earlier.
Yeah. Well, I did hear some of it, a little bit of it. they were chanting free Karmelo. Let me see if I can find anything. And normally you'll see that we try to follow a script every day that we have prepared. But I was extremely sick last week, and we had to cancel all our days last week. And again, we should have started out with that, but we had anticipated getting the verdict on this as soon as we went live. So normally we begin with a little bit of chit chatting and an update of what's going on with both of us. And as I mentioned, I apologize to everybody. Crazy B reposted some previous videos that we had, but I was out sick.
Oh, so was I.
And still am under the weather. Yeah, and still am under the weather. And hopefully will not have to go into the hospital, but I feel somewhat better. But I'm not 100%. Right now, I'd say I'm running at 60%. And Crazy B had some appointments, interestingly enough.
And welcome back, my friends. We are in continuing coverage in the digital studio. Sean Rapp here, along with Eden
Oh,
Chuckle,
my
as
hands
we
are acting up
talk now
today.
about the Karmelo Anthony
Oh,
guilty verdict. Eden, and wait to find out the
I'm
punishment. Russell
hoping they'll
Wilson,
get
Attorney Russell
the
Wilson is back with us. Russell,
sentencing
thank
pretty
you
quick.
for your insights
Yeah.
today and walking through us the legal.
This guy got on
machinations
my
here.
nerves because he
Question:
kept
Are you
sugarcoating
surprised
the
it was
size
only
of the
one
knife and whether
witness
the,
in the
no
punishment
one
phase
wanted to
that
break
they
down
Yes.
whether it was the handle or the blade
Yes,
length that they were
that
talking
is
I
about.
a
heard
bit of a surprise.
yesterday they were saying it was a
That
pocket knife. and it
usually can
wasn't.
only happen with
Wait, they said
some
it. Hold on,
type
let me
of
turn this down. They said
agreement,
it was a pocket knife, but it wasn't.
It was
formal or
it was
informal.
supposedly, I
Okay.
thought it was that
Um,
cleat knife
So
to
normally
clean the
we would see the
cleats.
state
I believe
laws,
that's what we
if you
initially they
will,
That's what
showed,
they
but I've
originally
yet to see a
talked
picture.
about. But now they're saying it was a folding
But
pocket knife.
that's what I heard. Now I
if
don't
I'm
know what it
understanding this correctly,
actually is.
was
I've yet to
Carmelo's
see it be
mom.
replayed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know, like, I carry folding pocket knives. There's nothing wrong with carrying them for a variety of reasons. But
Right.
at a school track meet, that's a no-no. That's against the school rules, no matter what the circumstances. I don't care if it's a 2-inch blade or a 10-inch blade. It's still illegal.
Right.
Like, seriously.
So I'm
Like you
looking.
mentioned
I'm,
earlier,
okay, so here
if
I
that
have.
is the
Let me
case,
send this
that
up
the
to you,
only
Crazy
witness we
B.
hear
This
from
is from
is
News
mom,
Nation.
Carmelo
This
Anthony's
is an
mom.
article that we'll take a quick look at while we're
I
waiting.
think that
Is that the one you sent earlier?
I'm just
verdict,
sending it right now. No, I just sent it right now.
Soon.
Okay.
This is interesting. They
and
only had
I
one
think it
charge
just,
that they
you know,
had
you
to
guys were mentioning
address.
Yeah, was he guilty of first-degree murder or not? That made life easy.
Right.
people that got
Yeah.
injured,
You want to
likely that they're
throw
gonna
that
make
up
a
there real
decision
quick?
fast.
Okay, yeah, I'll mute this and we can bounce back to it.
Okay.
Or I can leave it running
Okay.
quietly in the background.
Okay.
And if we hear
you
something,
see anything, just
But I think
yeah,
pull it up.
all right.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I want to hear this real quick. I don't know if they're live or not.
Oh.
1 second.
Okay, let me add this to the list.
Okay. Crazy B, if you
Yes.
pull up that article and that hit their I don't know if it's live or a previous video, but they're showing you people screaming, crying.
Oh, this video up here?
Yeah. If you can hit play on that.
And unmute it.
We have the breaking news. 19-year-old Karmelo Anthony found guilty of murder in Texas with Rich McHugh following it from McKinney. All right, Rich, it's in and it's murder.
Yeah, that's the word we just got from inside the courtroom. Our producer's there. Just simple text, guilty of murder. I asked first degree. I think it's assumed it's first degree because that was what was on the table. There was manslaughter, was the lesser charge, and murder. And murder, as we talked about before, carries 5 years to 99 years. I was also told by the PEIO in the courtroom that they may now deliberate further on sentencing. They didn't, like, they told us this before the verdict, so it's possible that they're also going to weigh in on sentencing, which, you know, it's not been my experience that we've done that before, but this is Texas, and so that could be it. But again, the verdict here, guilty of murder. So,
Stand by, Rich. Reaction now in the crowd. Xavier Walton is with us. I saw us right away when we learned of the verdict. We had the video up during commercial. I saw some crying. I hear some screaming. Tell us what it's like.
Yeah, Connell. So immediately once that verdict was read, a woman fell to her knees, overwhelmed with
We seem
emotion. She began
innocent.
to cry. And, you know, I'm going to walk over.
Wait, what
Not
was that?
innocent. I'm looking at the Clockwork's comment. We seem so innocent. That's the first, the truth, Jesus.
You
have
definitely
no
have not heard me on a day where I was pissed off at something in the news or a politician being a stupid jackass. You will hear the lack of innocence. And since we are paused, I'll just send this to you. If you send anything, links or sources that you might find, we're just going to look for more places to support it or to rule it out. We don't necessarily go and hijack other people's sources. We use them as a starting point to go find more stuff. And we do our own digging into it. So don't worry, we're not going to steal any sources that you use. We'll just use them as a starting platform, like a launch pad, to go find more.
Right. And normally what happens is if you join Discord, you can either post the links there or you can friend one of us or both of us and send us the source directly where nobody would see what you sent.
Mm-hmm.
And some people do things privately or they'll just post it up on the Discord for everybody to see. That's certainly your call, your option. But trust me, we just don't take something that you give without permission. You know, yeah.
And we're not going to take it as the
We
God
don't.
holy truth either. We're going to look for backup
Right.
to it.
Right.
Okay, no, you don't have to do. If it's up to you to join the Discord, we're not going to push one way or the other.
Yeah.
There's also emails and stuff,
Right.
but it's the fastest way to get us stuff is in Discord. And you're, yeah. But we're not going to go ahead and
already joined.
Oh, they did.
All right.
Okay, let
so
me make
right
sure.
now-
I want to make sure you have the right the thing. Hold on. They got to have the role. I'm gonna give them the role. Oh, they got it. Never mind. Figured it
Okay.
out. Awesome. Thank you. Now you should have access to all the channels.
Okay, and there you go. And
I'm gonna wave to say hi.
yep. And so am I. And not only that, I am going right out to
You're gonna fit in just fine with that gif. I promise you.
Okay, Clockwork, I just sent you a friend request. It's up to you if you want to accept it or not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some lag from my storm. That's part of the issue. And for some reason, it automatically went into slow chat mode, like the slow mode for the chat. It was really weird. I had to go fix it. So, no,
We're innocent.
There's
That's the funniest fucking thing. That's got to be the funniest thing that I've heard.
Well, they are just finding us, and it happens to be a day
I
where we're
know.
not really over the top.
Right.
We're not actually being our genuine out there selves. We're just commenting on some of the back and forth of this specific thing. Well, wait till you see some of the other stuff. My question is, are you really Hold on. It says, my question is, are you ready to see crazy shit? Yeah, believe it or not, we have people who believe the earth is flat. We have others that follow
Yes.
Alex Jones. I'm a bit of I will look into it and see if I follow it. If I can connect the dots, I will believe it. If I do not connect the dots, I might not, but I'm not going to judge you for it either. So go ahead. We have an entire channel devoted. Yes, believe it or
Conspiracies.
not, when it comes to politics shit, yes, feel free. There's an entire section. We call it we have it as conspiracy theories, but conspiracy theories get proven factual all the time. So we
Right.
have conspiracies and more, I believe is what it's called. Um oh no, conspiracies and propaganda and various other things. So yes. Absolutely. Go ahead. Put it in there. We'll take a look. Well, as long as it doesn't get us in trouble. If you're not gonna do not share military intelligence and stuff like that. I think that's the one thing we can say no to, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, as long as it's not something that violates the terms and policies of the platform, that's fine. What do you want me to hit play in the rest of this article?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Over here, Austin, watch your step. Come on, Austin, come this way. And one thing I've heard multiple times since that verdict was read, these folks saying that's what you get when you have an all-white jury. Obviously, that's been talked about a lot. We know there was not a single black person being represented in that jury. So it looks like two gentlemen are yelling back and forth right now.
Well, here's the thing: when you listen,
why there's no black person being on the jury, because every single fucking one of them said that they were unable to sit on the jury.
Yes.
One said that they could not put a black brother in jail. The other was he's too young to go to prison. The other one was I cannot keep my biases to myself. And then there were people on there that had the nerve, because I believe there's some Asian people and I believe an Indian, but don't hold me to that, okay, from India.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, and black people were saying, oh, well, that's nice that there's other minorities on here. However,
they're
they
not
treated
minority enough for
blacks
them.
terrible.
I mean, Sean,
Yes, that's correct. And it's bullshit.
That's why identity
And
politics
for the
usually
audience,
fails.
yeah, yes. And for the audience that is concerned about blacks or the African Americans themselves, those that lean left, I mean, right, that you may want to take a look at is Ty Smith from Modern Renaissance Man, the Cartier family,
Greg Foreman from Black Conservative
Foreman,
Perspective.
correct.
But one that
Nate's
shocked
a
me was
lawyer.
Anthony Brian Logan, who I usually
Yes.
follow, was supportive of Carmelo Anthony lately. And that one shocked me because normally he's not one who would be that way. So
And
I
why
was a little bit
he for
stunned.
him?
I didn't get a chance to fully watch the video because, well, my family, internet, and my health, I passed out. So I need to go back and rewatch it.
Okay. Yeah.
But he had been supportive. Okay, hold on. Okay.
So, and yeah, so on the breaking news question, Clockwork, we will take breaking news, but then we also do the deeper shit as well. We do it all.
And this is something that happened to be breaking as we went live. Otherwise, we would have covered it later. So we kind of do a bit of both.
That crazy B, you broke up.
Oh, I was saying that this happened to be breaking as we started the live.
Crazy B, repeat yourself.
Damn this lag. Hold on. Can you hear me?
She's experiencing. Okay. Yeah, now that's better. Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying this happened to be breaking live as we were going live. So
Didn't hear
that's
a word you said.
did it go through now?
No, now I can hear you, but
Really?
try to repeat yourself.
Okay. I'm going slow so the lag can bite me. I was saying we happened to catch this because it happened as we were planning to go live. Otherwise, it would have
That didn't
waited.
work either.
Fuck this.
That didn't work
I'm
either.
typing it, you say it.
Shit. I can't stand it. I think the lag did bite you, just so you know. Fudge. There you go.
No black.
Relay that, please.
Channel. Those three
I'm
were,
dying. This
those
is
were
freaking
his
hysterical.
What
Okay,
reaction to
so
that, and
Clockwork,
is
this
that
message
something
is
you
from
think we can
Crazy
use
B.
on?
We only covered this as breaking because it went live. Please relay that message.
It's pissing me off.
Oh my god.
JJ said it. JJ said it.
Would you?
His message.
Yeah, for real.
And
We
hi,
don't call
JJ.
ourselves Rex for nothing. Hey JJ, how you doing? Good to see you. Did your mom get settled in her new place? Hey, why don't you hit play on that Crazy B and
1 second.
go a little bit
I'm trying to.
forward? Okay.
Clockwork Orange wants to know where to post it. The links. Since I keep breaking up.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you feel comfortable posting them in the general chat. Go ahead and put them there. And if it's something that you want more private, I sent you a direct friend request that you would need to accept from me, and then you could send things directly to me.
And they, yeah, go ahead and clip it. We are definitely do not show on stream. Okay, yeah, we check everything before we put it on stream. JJ is tired physically from helping mom, and she doesn't know the concept of downsizing. It's full docs, full live stream. Yeah, we don't dox people over here. We will blur that info out. We're not doxers, but all right. Let me hit play.
And it looks like law enforcement is separating them.
No, hold on. They're talking about this yelling back and forth, but over on the Fox that we were watching, they said it was like a collective groan, and then everybody just kind of went to their separate sides and started settling and waiting for
And I
the
knew that.
sentencing.
Yeah, and that's why I went and pulled something else, because I had seen it earlier where they were screaming. So there, again, we got sides that are trying to minimize what has happened here, and that's not the case. In fact, there's information that's at and about that BLM is going to go off on this, and this is going to be a nationwide craze. So I expect to see violence in the coming weeks this summer with the teen takeovers that we've been covering, and we have more on that. And I think we left off right before we started getting into the ages and the reasons. Am I correct on that, Crazy B?
I
Of
believe
who
so.
is the perpetrators of the teen takeovers. And just real brief, I'll say that it has been well documented that the teen takeovers are from the Black community, is the majority of uh, people that are
Showing
involved in
up.
this situation. Yes, and more they are finding, they believe that it is tied to BLM. And it is not teens. These are concerted efforts by the BLM community to cause dissension in America again. So we're back
Yes.
to that, to having race riots. And so I fully expect to see an onslaught again this summer. And I'll tell you what, for the Democratic cities, like right now, there's all kind of shit going up in Washington, and the state of Washington, with that stupid frickin' one mayor uh, in Portland. And there's been all types of shootings. It's turning into be the West. They're calling it New York City West because she's a socialist. And things are really starting to get out of control. And
Hmm.
the violence is starting to equivalent to what's happening in Chicago. Uh, Massive gang, that they're calling them gangs now versus teen takeovers, because they are actual gangs. Prostitution is rampant. It's just, it's
See, when I
crazy. I
hear
actually
gang,
was
I
gonna,
think of like the 1980s, 1990s, my generation, Tupac, 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg gangs,
yeah.
Bloods, Crips,
Hmm.
them. That's what I think of when I hear gang. When I see a bunch of children out there rioting, acting like jackasses, I think mama and daddy just need to pull out the belt.
Right.
I wouldn't call them a gang. I call them a bunch of
Well,
stupid teens who are just acting a
our
fool
friend,
because there's no
and
organization to
yeah,
it.
yeah, and our friend, Sheriff Grady, down in Florida from Polk County, the difference between him and these other Democratic run states, he said, he came right out and said they will not tolerate this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That not only will the teens be, or whoever, whatever age, who participate in this violence in a restaurant, in a mall, they will be arrested. And if they are under the age of 18, the parent is going to suffer consequences as well, which includes potential jail time uh, for them as well.
Yeah.
And, so you go from, is he too strict? Is he over the top
Well,
on one side versus not doing anything like we have in the Democrat run
here's
cities?
the thing. Back 20 years ago, well, let's go back a little further. Let's go into my teens. So I graduated, I was supposed to graduate 2001, but I delayed it a few years because of taking care of a brother. So I had to postpone my graduation. In that late 90s, early 2000 era, if I was caught acting like that, my ass would have been thrown in jail and my parents would not have bothered to check on me while I was in jail to see if I was still alive, if I had behaved
Right.
like that. And I've
Well,
watched family
yeah.
get thrown in lockup. And but my younger brother got thrown in lockup, and my parents, my mom was the crying about it. My dad was that, well, he'll learn his lesson or he won't.
Well, I had
So
my own
yeah,
son arrested.
I know.
What are you talking about?
I would do the same
I
thing. I
not
would.
only, yeah, he
Uh,
was, and not only that, but the story of when he was 12 and stole the 25-cent item, and the cops called and said, "Hey, D, we have him, and we just don't want this to happen again." And I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 no,
lay
no!
into his
You keep
ass.
his ass, yeah, you keep his ass there. I want you to scare him. I don't want you to put hands on him, but you scare him."
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
bullshit. These fucking parents need to take control of their kids And you got these parents that are as bad as the
And
kid,
so
Well,
or the kid is as bad as
that
the
is
parent.
like even in my situation, my daughter, I have had to put my hands on her a whopping 3 times in her now 20, almost 21 years of life. Only 3 times have I had to put my hands on her. And that was not even serious. I just backhanded her enough to stun her out of the behavior she did. And, well, she called me a bitch. As much as I am one, you can't call me that before you're 18. I'm sorry. You're a child. Keep it in your head. That's the only time. Well, and when she told her dad to fuck off, genuinely told him to fuck off at 14. So, yeah, and I didn't even leave a mark on her. My son, I don't think I've ever had to put my hands on him except to physically restrain him during an autism meltdown when he was really little and was still learning to control himself. My children do not drink. They don't do drugs. Well, I mean, like in the abusive form of drinking. Hell, my son don't drink at all. They don't do drugs. They're not out robbing, stealing, breaking the law. My daughter's a wonderful artist. She's not out there graffitiing her art everywhere. So, you can raise your kids without having to beat them, but you can also bother to be part of their lives, and you won't have to. I can sit and have an actual conversation with my kids from a very young age, but if they did step out of line and needed to have a good sweat on the butt, they got it. Plain and simple. They
Right.
knew. And actually, there was one thing I did worse than ever spank them. I grabbed that pressure point right above their kneecaps and just put enough pressure to make it uncomfortable, but not hurt them. They still don't like me grabbing for their knees to this day because of that. You can absolutely consequence your kids, and it's not abuse.
Mhm.
It's almost like my mom. When you tell her no, she cries abuse. Elder abuse, spousal abuse. No, we just told you no. That's not abuse. There's a difference. I can show you abuse. Go ahead. Just give me permission. Give me permission. I will show you. My mother is one who she tested my patience more than once, and I'm amazed I didn't actually snap and just black out. And well, you know the stories, Dee. I don't even got to go into them.
Yep.
But
Right.
that's a person who will test your patience. But no is not abusive. People got to get over it. No is not abuse. I don't know. Society just drives me
And
nuts with this
I
shit.
believe, and I certainly
what your
believe
demeanor was
a
or
well
dire. I mean, I
placed
think
slap or
you thank
grab
them
or
for their time and
picked
their
up by the
service,
neck is
and you get
appropriate
right
at
down to
times.
your
I've been known to take people by their ear when they've got, and actually I took my brother's ex-girlfriend by her hair, but she did go to reach and slap him right in front of me, and that was a very stupid thing to do. So, yes. People who did not learn to keep their hands to themselves learned really quickly. I don't keep my hands to myself unless in defensive reasons. So, yeah, there's again nothing wrong with consequencing your kids. So what the
Right.
hell is going on with these parents that think they can just let their kids run wild and do nothing and that they'll I mean, we learned this in the 80s, the 70s and 80s. Letting your kids run themselves did not usually go well. But even back then we didn't behave this bad. Think
Right.
about Gen
Well, and
X.
it also, yeah,
and
and
so
it
you want to
also, I
be able
think,
to
has to
keep
do with
attention in
uh,
that
the
so that
schools
mom and
themselves, how
dad
they've
women
lost
got to be
control. Community has lost
No,
control.
the schools didn't lose control. They gave up control, and they gave it to these
Yes,
liberal, whiny crybaby people who don't want
yes,
consequences for actions in the schools, and they want everyone to feel
correct,
accepted and everyone to equally belong. Well, guess what? I don't
correct,
equally belong anywhere. So, there,
right,
get over it.
right. I also think, and I do not go to church every week, um, but I think the lack of some type of religion probably
Let me break something
also
up this
is credible in certain circumstances.
I don't like
We really
organized
have gotten
religions. I can argue to the exact
right. There's
opposite.
and yeah, and this is a area that we disagree with.
You can teach
But
morals without having to
I
sit in a church every week.
I don't disagree with that, but there's also something to be said for community, and that's the piece that I would look for. And I can say that I have memories of, but I met Eric at that time. So, we weren't really religious. And, you know, there were some very good memories. There was, learning to, we helped take care of, the elderly, we cooked we had breakfasts and things like that. So there was a sense of belonging
Oh,
and,
but I was raised in a
um,
church, and I can tell you how many of us snuck out back to have cigarettes after Sunday school while the parent and after church while the parents were discussing
I think,
church
yeah,
finances and stuff, and us kids were out smoking or talking all kinds of trash. And actually, I walked in on two kids having sex at the church, so there's that
yeah,
too.
and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. My background in HR, and I had employees having sex in the warehouse. So,
Yes.
and they were adults.
And
So
yet
go
the
figure.
parents would never believe the kids were doing that kind of stuff, except I was out there smoking with them, which is the only reason I wouldn't acknowledge I was out there doing it. But yes,
Right.
sorry, your perfect little church family ain't so perfect. Only in
Uh-huh.
pictures is it perfect. Because I can tell you what
Right.
your
And
kids are
that's
doing.
yeah, and that's I believe is anywhere,
Hmm.
right? Doesn't matter if it's school, if it's church, if it's work.
No, I
I
just hate
had
the
that in,
hypocrisy that they do. Well, we're holier than you.
yeah,
You need to listen to us. Have you seen what your kids do?
right. Well, again, the fact that you were out in back doing that, for me, that means there was a lack of parental
Well, I told
control,
you my parents didn't give two flying fucks about me. All they
right?
cared about was my sister and brother, and that was very much proven in their actions. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
that sucks.
Oh, D, they sent you the link.
Thank you. I will check it out afterward. Yeah, I'll check it out afterwards, and I'll share it with Crazy B, and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Any information, we go in many directions, many different places, and you know if there's a video or something that you see that's posted after the fact and you have information that can be
So
updated,
Russell, the
we do
jury got
updates
the
on
case
our
started
stories
deliberating
that we
today at
present.
10:50.
So
Back
Mhm. As much as we
we
can
are not
find
the
stuff.
be
it
all.
is now
Yeah, we're not the
3:42.
be all end
And
all,
do
and
you
that's one
still
of our
see that all
problems
of it
in
that
uh,
it
why our numbers are not up there with some other content creators because we don't we try to come at it from a and center's not the right word, Crazy B,
Neutral.
but we try to be neutral as to what the subject matter is. We have our own opinions on things, but when we present the material, we at least, as I said, minimum two, usually three, if not more sources on one subject.
Hmm.
And so we're trying to present all sides of a story. We're trying to give our opinions about a story, and we're not always correct on that. So we don't, as many other content creators, take one side or the other,
Let me ask
and
one
therefore
quick
they
question.
shoot up
Russell
in the rankings. They're usually
And we don't go at it like, intentionally acting a fool about what we're fighting, over the top exaggerating response.
right. Yeah.
Hold on. They said I'm worried. Yeah, I appreciate that. So if your mental state is good, fine. I was more worried about y'all being effed up. Oh no, don't worry. I have seen some things that most people don't watch. And I worked in medicine, so quite literally, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
about UD.
I've worked police, so there isn't anything I haven't seen.
Yeah. So we'll take a look into it, and they is what I use. Okay. The WPD. All right, I will take a look into it. And I know you will too, D. Why am I saying I will? I'm gonna
Yes.
look into it as well, but yeah, we're both gonna look into it. So,
Yeah, and we talk every day before the show. One of the things we try to do is uh, We don't come in with a pre-written script, neither one of us, so never know what one of us is going to say.
Me.
Yeah,
uh, there's two massive news stories from it. Okay, from what it sounds like, just by the title, it reminds me of that what is it, Thousand Faces of Death or whatever, Faces of Death back in the 90s.
Yeah,
I don't know if you ever watched that or remembered seeing it.
I probably, but
Or no,
you
it
know
was
the
not late night. It
situation.
was early 2000s. Sorry,
Yeah,
my brother watched
yeah.
it, and I had to get on him because he was a minor at the time.
I would have to. Yeah, I'd have to look at it again to see if it sparks a memory. So
Okay.
we lost a lot of shit, as you know. The
Oh,
computer and the brain isn't all there.
yeah. It was a Reddit page that called "Make My Coffin," and they got banned. I remember hearing about them getting banned. Yes. Okay. Do you want me to hit more on this article?
Yeah,
Because we
why
keep
don't we
getting
see if
sidetracked.
yeah, why don't you go forward and see if we get a
Well, this is.
I think he
Take a brief break.
I think he should get life in
Right
prison.
after this.
I think we should, but let's. Has they come up with anything new? No. What happened?
Wonder go back, maybe they're done.
It sounds like they're taking a break.
Okay.
Um,
Let me see if I find anything.
Oh no,
be
it came
able to
back
hear.
up.
That's right.
There it is.
So whatever your IFB number is for
Yeah.
Who's this
Six,
guy
thank
here,
you,
Crazy
and we're
B?
gonna
Oh, he's
get
some
ready
attorney
for
that was the
Ms.
one
Russell. Thank you so much.
sugarcoating the knife
All right.
blade in
Bye, Russell.
size.
Okay, so what I
Thank
have
you.
is that they're still deliberating on what he's going to get. You know, I'll
Okay.
tell you what, if he only gets 5 years, that's a freaking slap in the face.
The new Al
And I'll tell you
Sharpton.
what. I'll tell you what. If it was 5 years, he better move, because if that was me,
I'd be careful.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm
Here's the
just
thing: if they
saying.
do 5 years, I hope the Metcalf family
Okay.
turns around and sues him in civil court.
Okay, so there
Okay.
Fox News breaking. He broke down in tears
Okay.
after the
On the
verdict
air.
was read,
Okay.
crying and
So read
shaking as
Aiden
his
and Sean.
defense attorney comforted him.
You're in the floor.
Really?
During the
Yeah, later.
sentencing phase, Anthony's mother pleaded with the jury for mercy, describing him as her firstborn son and expressing her deep love for him through tears. Well, you didn't fucking raise him right, that's for sure. Let me send this over to you, Crazy B. This is look,
Here's
it's
the
a
thing.
Facebook post from
I've
Fox.
talked about this before. My stepdad's cousin, who was going around doing armed robberies, and when the Detroit police, oh no, was it Detroit police? It might have been Southfield police. Caught up to him. He tried to run them over with the car, and they turned him into Swiss cheese right there on the freeway. And you know what his mother said? He made his bed. He can lay in it. And well, unfortunately, his bed became a coffin, and she did not change her stance at all. She did not change her stance on that. Oh nope, this is now. Yep, they switched to something else.
Yeah, and I couldn't. I mean, I've made my
I'm gonna
children be responsible.
see. Oh, hold on. Wait, nope. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't get how so many people are gonna sit there and be like, be lenient on my son for the stupid shit he did, and you know it cost someone their life, but be lenient on him. No, I'm sorry, I don't play that game. Let me pause this and is there a rewind button? Of course
I
not.
don't know. No, this is
Actually, I don't live in Livingston. I don't live there no more. Nope, don't live in Livingston County. I'm down in Kentucky. I spent quite a few years in Macomb in Warren, right off of 8 Mile. No, I was literally I was like 2 blocks off of 8 Mile.
You're
And I
pretty not.
worked in Detroit and I worked in Flint taking care of patients in those areas. So, and my family is all kinds of mixed. My family is everything under the sun. Throw a dart throughout Europe, the Middle East, parts of Africa, into India, and then yeah, I'm everywhere. So, let me play. Yeah, I just sound more. Oh yeah, I still have that the Southern Michigan thing going on, and a little bit of this Kentucky. So, let me use back to what you sent over, D. Um, this is from where?
I can't. I can't hear a word you're saying, so
It's doing it again, isn't it?
I believe so.
Okay. Do you want me to just hit play?
If you'd like, this is the Fox one.
Yeah, that you sent from Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, hit play.
Told that Carmelo Anthony was crying. He was shaking. His defense attorney kept his arm around his shoulders the entire time. And also, I'm
That's
told
not
that
coming
Austin
through.
Metcalf's twin.
How's it not coming through? I don't know why you're not getting audio. Oh, I bet I know why. Facebook doesn't like it stuff being shared on streams. I bet you that's what it is.
Yeah, it's not coming through, Crazy B.
Let me see if I can find it on a different link.
And
why
it's
is it
going
gotta-
on 5 o'clock, Crazy B. Do you
Oh,
want to stay on?
that's up to you. If you want to stay on,
Or
if
are
not,
you
we can
okay?
call
Or...
it a day and we can come back with the sentencing tomorrow.
Yeah, because you're I think with the storm,
Mm-hmm.
it I don't know how the chat is hearing you come through, but I can't hear you. So
Yeah, it's got to be the storm. So we can pop back in
okay.
tomorrow and cover the sentencing if that works for you.
The sentencing and probably and probably there's going to be more tomorrow with the tension that's brewing.
Mm-hmm.
So thank everybody for joining Rex Sisters. Please don't forget to like, follow, comment respectfully, of course. You don't, well, you're just getting kicked out. Please share the video, set your notifications. We will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Tomorrow and Thursday, and then next week we will go back to our 7 o'clock schedule. Let's see some programming notes, and we will get this in detail and probably put something up on the Discord. But I do want to make note that Crazy B and I will be on vacation the week of July the 20th. And we're probably not going to post any videos. Repeat, you guys can go out and take a look and find something that interests you. But we will be away on week July the 20th. And I guess that's about it. You have anything, Crazy B?
Other than keep praying for me for my health and the testing that's coming up. And I think I have anything that should impact the the schedule, but again, I don't know. It all depends on what happens next. So,
All right.
Joyce.
Well, we'll check in and we'll catch up tomorrow with what went on since we were gone last week. We had a couple funny things that happened,
A
and
couple.
yeah,
Quite a few.
maybe more than a couple. Yeah, but we'll play catch up next week. So with that, I'm done. I have to go take care of some things. Yesterday was EJ's birthday. Today is Zach's birthday. He'll be coming in tomorrow sometime and from the crazy New York City. So I can't wait to hear all the shit that's going on up there. And getting ready for the big birthday party on Saturday. So
All
with
right.
that, I'm done. Everybody have a good evening.
I'll tell y'all to stay safe, stay sane, stay sober, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.
All right, good night.
Good night, folks.